I'd go from bronze to mythic if I could only open some rares.
That's freaking terrible.
But we'll work hard to solve the format.
7 wins.
And I'm sure we'll make it there.
All right, what is up, my friends? Welcome to Bronze to Mythic. So I draft my account from Bronze to Mythic, and I am home. That's right, I am home from the World Championship. And if you want to know how I did, go to YouTube, right? The episode before this one on Bronze to Mythic channel was going to be my overview of my 2 drafts at Worlds. And then, of course, on my main channel, I have a full recap of the entire event. A bunch of pictures, traveling there, the Pro Tour testing house, the event itself. Nicole and John were there. It was a lot of fun. Go over that. Long and short is I came in 40th place. I won $9,000. And I did okay. You know, a little above average. Would like to have done better. But now I'm home. And now we're going to finish up our Bronze to Mythic run. And we're currently in Platinum 2. And we got some work to do, realistically. So we're going to hop into the old draft queue. And now, of course, it's funny because I am prepped from Worlds, where, you know, usually when I come home after a Pro Tour, I'm like super prepared for the format. But I didn't really draft enough pre-Worlds, honestly. And my record in the Worlds drafts was 1-2 and 0-3, which is obviously pretty bad. And I don't feel like I did enough prep for it, honestly, overall. But here we are. Now we're home. So episode 12, Bronze Mythic. We're gonna see how it goes and see if we can't try and do our thing. Ready, set, go. And again, the prior episode on YouTube from last Friday will be me going over both my Pro Tour drafts in full detail and playing against Player of the Year Simon Nielsen and more. First deck was really good. Just like, you know, some bad things happened, but second deck, not so much. The cool thing about second deck, though, was that I drafted 2 foils, and they had to proxy them because they were bent. So kind of cool, official Pro Tour proxies. But no, that's the card that I lost to in my second draft. Oh no. Expel the Interlopers. Simon Nielsen killed 2 of my Hamlet Gluttons. The turn before I was going to unnatural growth and just kill him. And very, very sad. I had the Wombo combo, and very, very sad. But really, really good card, obviously. Not in a great color. White's a little thin. We've also got a few other white cards here in Cheeky House Mouse and Financer. Ice Rod Century, good card, but it's blue. And then not much else. Obviously, Rat Out's good. Scavenger's good, but pretty thin pack overall. Pretty easy rare. There's no card you could possibly take over the rare here. Honestly, I don't think, you know, even in consideration. So yeah, taking the Expel the Developers, you see here, of course, the Draftsmith overlay. Bottom number here is the data number based on all the games played on Untapped and the cards you already have. And of course, the LC ranking is there too. And that's where we're going to start with a nice little rare, Expel the Interlopers. So, past the pack here with a rare missing. We have the uncommons all here, and Edgewall in is excellent. The Blind Click is also pretty good, honestly. And this is a nice one. Kind of weird because white is a fairly aggressive color, which makes the Expel a little awkward. Those can kill larger creatures and not small creatures, which is kind of sweet. But I think that when I get a card like Expel, I don't mind being like a red, green, white sort of like rampy bomb rare deck. And Thread Blind Click plays very, very well in that deck because you don't really want to be blue with this card. You want to just like be able to play it for the front side, which is good enough by itself. And then also have the ability to, you know, cast this off of a Prism or a Splash Land or something like that. So Edgewall in is very good and very, very good in that deck also. But I think Click's a little bit better. And Edgewall in's more replaceable. This is a removal spell and a threat at the same time, which is great. Otherwise, Turn the Wild, Genealogist, yada, yada, yada. Nothing too crazy here. So, take the Click. Again, not really planning on being blue-white. My plan is to be basically green X. So, Expel and Click. Get past the pack here with Hopeful Vigil, which is the best white common. Very, very good card. Also, Moment of Hour is fine. We see 2 uncommons missing. Tome Seeker is a good card if you're blue-red, but otherwise, not the most exciting card. Feral Encounter is also just fine. Really, really awkward card. Hard to cast, so on and so forth. Utopia Sprawl is phenomenal, though. This card just, like, an irreplaceable effect in green. Kind of a weird card to first pick as your first green card, because it requires you to play at least 8 or 9 forests. However, I think I kind of want to be green based on these cards. I could just take the Vigil here, though. Let's see, not, like, really super strong signals either way. I'm taking the Sprawl. I think Sprawl is the highest upside card. And then, again, planning to be kind of a green rampy deck, and we'll kind of go from there. And past the Kellen's Lightblades is pretty good. Werefox is pretty good. Return of the Wild is not great, but does fit very well in like a multicolor kind of like BS green deck. That's pretty cool. Werefox, Flick Coin's kind of nice too, but not really in our colors. So the choices here are basically Lightblades, Return of the Wilds, or Werefox. And this is sort of like drafting from the element of like knowing what you want to do and what you want your final deck to look like, not just taking cards based on how good they are, which is important. So I think the pick here is Lightblades or Werefox. Lightblades is quite good in a more defensive kind of like controlling deck, whereas Werefox isn't as good. I'm taking Lightblades. Outrider is a filler level card you don't usually want in your deck. All right, sweet. So we see a Troyan Gutsy Explorer. Honestly, a card that underperforms. It's not really the best card ever, but it's fun. It's reasonable. Beanstalk Worm, and then not much else. Best cards in this pack are Grand Ball, Guest, and Sweet Tooth Witch, but those are both double off color and not good enough to switch colors here. Take the Explorer, and again, kind of what we're looking for, right? We're going to pick a multicolor green deck, kind of figure it out. Insane in turn 2 off the Sprawl, so take the Explorer. Season of Growth. Simon Nielsen had a cool Season of Growth deck in the first draft when I played against him. He was like red-green with like 2 of these, have a bunch of targeting things. Kind of cool, but not a very exciting card most of the time. A pretty thin pack. Not a lot we want here. Green doesn't seem particularly open, which kind of hurts our plan to be kind of this rampy deck. We can also just go other directions as well. Bunch of middling white cards here. Grabby Giant's a cool card, but like not a card I want to start with red with. Gonna take the Charms Cloth here, not be very excited about it, honestly. And just try and figure out what our lane's going to be. Green not seeming super open. Oh, never mind. Just kidding. Up the Beanstalk! Bingo! And this card's obviously excellent. Very, very good if we're kind of a rampy deck. Card's just really, really good. This is a card that Eli Cassis built a deck around for Worlds. Probably torpedoed his tournament because he was 6-0 unlimited and didn't top 8, but very good card in general. Also, Werefox is a good sign that green's also open, which is nice, and then not much else going on here. So, very easy Beanstalk. Phenomenal look for us here. Hatching Plans, also excellent, but unfortunately not the best bargain colors here in green in like Bant. So, Sky Beach Tracker is not great. No other card in your deck, really. Scarecrow Guide's like fine. Would like to not play this card given the option, but, you know, it's fixture. It's not the worst. Not really a Gingerbread deck. Hatching Plans highest upside by far. Take the Hatching Plans. This is one of the few cards that actually has like a good win rate in blue. One of the few reasons to be blue. So take the Plans. Mocking Sprite, just very weak card. Quick Study's fine. These white cards are middling. Pretty easy Grotto here. Pretty easy spot to get set up for our multicolor stuff. Again, not exactly sure of our colors aside from just being Bant. Some more blue cards. Honestly, Stopgap is a good way to stack Hatching Plans. We are kind of light on white cards at the moment. Genealogist is fine, but not really great if we're like kind of ramping. So take the Stopgap here. I think there's a chance we end up just blue-white, which would be kind of weird, but Moment of Valor and then just some blue and white cards, sure. I think Coral Smith's also fine in the ramp deck. As like a card to play early, just blocks and scries. Moment of Valor's fine, but major diminishing returns. Just gonna take the Coral Smith. Succumb the Colds, whatever. Alright, so an okay pack one. Couple green cards. Need a little more oomph kind of going in here. I'm gonna put a pack with literally 7 black cards. Card reset, thanks so much. Virtue of Strength, not so good. Turn target creature or land card revert to your hand. Tap basic for mana. Makes you just don't need that much mana. Limited literally ever. So worthless for the most part. Taking My Nightmares is excellent. Obviously, but not in those colors. Gatekeeper's fine. Not a card that I want to first pick, though. Brave of the Wilds is great, though. Brave of the Wilds is a bargain card for our Hatching Plans. It's a way to fix our mana, which is obviously great. This is the kind of card that anchors the multicolor green decks, and I think the bargain part's also really, really good, too. So, pretty easy Brave here. Also, kind of want to lean green, use our Sprawl and our Beanstalk. Let me get past a pack with a lot of things. Nightly Vower is kind of cool. Neva, this card's okay. I think this card's a bit overrated. The body's just so bad, but Sir Amont the Redeemer is kind of excellent. Just like 4/4 for 5, adds power to the board. Just a reasonably solid 5-drop. Otherwise, Transmuter's kind of the body. 3-4 for 4 is like the worst stat line in the format, unfortunately. So this card ends up being really, really bad because of it. And then nothing else here is particularly exciting. So yeah, pretty easy, Sir Armont the Redeemer. So I'd like to be a little more green, if possible. Oh, wow. Woo! Look at this pack. Stormcald Vanguard is phenomenal. This card's Disenchant on the Adventure side, then the huge, huge creature. Also Edgewall in, Spreading Seas, Gatekeeper, Scavenger, Prism. Really good pack, but Vanguard's excellent. I think this card's really, really good on the bottom end and the top end. And we're currently we have 0 Hamlet Gluttons so far, so looking for those big booties. Edgewall in is great too. I would not fault anyone taking Edgewall in here, but I think I want the Vanguard. I'm greedy. We'll figure out the fixing. You can actually, we could bear down, destroy the hatching plants. That is true, I suppose. So a little bit of extra value there, which is kind of sweet. And we see here a Grotto, a Witchstalker, a Greta. Witchstalker is fine in this deck, honestly. I think having an early defensive creature that you can like maybe use later is pretty sweet, actually. I think this card plays well in that sort of style of deck. Second Grotto, worse than the first. Yeah, we're going to take Witchstalker here. Definitely one of the weaker cards in the pack, but there aren't any cards for us in this pack, unfortunately. And I think it kind of fits the bill of that kind of early card that we want. Looks like we're mostly splashing white. We have enough fixing to kind of to splash the Wrath. I think it's fine. So, I think Witchstalker. We got the Iron Crag, a Prophetic Prism, and not too much else. Iron Crag is cute. We currently have 2 legends in our deck, which is pretty cool. And then Prism is also pretty good in our deck, also. But I think the Iron Crag is where it's at, honestly. I think Iron Crag, we have more shots of Prisms. It's just a nice rampy element. That's also going to be an equipment later with our multiple legends. I'm in for the Iron Crag. Card's solid. We'll get more fixing. I'm not particularly worried about that. So, currently at 15 playables. A lot of removals so far, which is good. We got Threadbind Click, Kellen's Lightblades, and then the Wrath. So not too bad as for our banned deck having removal, which is kind of sweet. Like that.
The roles you were born to fill.
My thoughts on Iron Crag changed set review. For limited construct is very, very different. Okay, so you see a late Tanglespan lookout here. We don't have that many ways to add auras. We have Utopia Sprawl. We have the Charm Clothier and the Sir Armont. If this thing ever draws 1 card, you're in. That's more than enough. And even if it doesn't, like, this is a high value thing your opponent's going to play a kill spell on. So, like, either way, this card's almost always great. So, great lookout. Makes us a little more green, too, which makes us happy as well, which is kind of nice. So, keep things rolling here. We got a Candy Trail. Stockpiling Celebrant is a great card. Right now we can bounce our Up the Beanstalk. That's really it so far. Also a little awkward to splash. We're kind of like just 3 colors, though, which is fine. But, yeah, I just take Celebrant here. Card's very, very solid. A lot of upside. Looks like we're mostly like green, white, splashing blue, which is fine. Splashing for hatching plans. Might not play the Merfolk. And then Gutsy Explorer, Stopgap, like, are all good splashing cards too. So kind of on our original plan of just like being this green, white, kind of multicolor, rampy deck with some big boom booms and a Wrath. So Celebrant's one of the best white commons. There's some argument there, as far as is it the best white common or not, but it's definitely up in the thing. The 3 white commons are the Pacifism, this card, and the 2/2, the Token Maker are all the really good ones. And wow, another Celebrant and a Lightblades. It's funny because I think that Lightblades actually just better in our deck. We want the bargain effect, we want the removal spell. We don't currently have that many things to Celebrant. So even though I think Celebrant's a better card than Lightblades, I think given our deck, I think the Lightblades is better in our deck. If you're a green-white control deck, you want the removal spell. All right, a bunch of Garbo out of that super heavy black pack. So 18 playables. I think that the Merfolk can go away. I think we're still playing the rest of these. The Charm Clothier is a little iffy. We have 4 cards that cost 5 or more for Troyan or for Up the Beanstalk, which is pretty good. If this card ever just draws 1 extra card, you're way ahead on rate. Because 2 mana draw 2 is insane, with an enchantment as well, so very bad pack. I don't want to play these cards. I guess Diminisher Witch is like not the end of the world, but pretty bad. Spreading Seas. I mean, Spreading Seas is great. I don't really want to splash it, but still a very good card. 2 mana, mess your land up. Bargain it later. Probably won't play it, honestly, on the splash, but yeah, it's a good card. It plays well with the Celebrant, too, so that's a little bit of a extra oomph there. And we get just a bunch of crap. Sure. So at 18 playables so far, kind of doing our job. Need a little more fixing, I think. Right now we have the Brave the Wilds and the 1 land, and that's it. So definitely need more fixing. But glad to get another Brave the Wilds or 2, and then maybe an Evolving Wilds. We have passed 2 Edgewall ends, but, you know. Alright, let's do this. Pack 3, we open up Leyline of Sanctity, obviously a stone blank. Fawn's Bane Troll, which is insanely good, but adds a 3rd color to our deck. Cursed Courtier, which is not a card that we trigger particularly well. We actually have a decent amount of bargain stuff. This card's kind of fine in our deck. The Dragon's kind of cool. Oh my, Recruiter too. This pack is juiced. Also Hamlet Glutton. Wow. And Candy Grapple. This pack is juiced. Woo! Recruiter's a fine card to splash in your multicolor decks anyway, honestly. Because like it's just a good win condition. I don't want to take here. I might take Hamlet Glutton. If our fixing was better, I would take Recruiter or Troll, but I can't cast those. I think the first Hamlet Glutton is really important too, so take the Hamlet Glutton. Be kind of sad about passing all those good cards, but it is what it is. Now we get a 2nd copy of Troyan, a Glass Casket, a Knight, or a Light Blades. Not nearly as exciting of a pack, obviously, but Casket's fun. Light Blades is worse than Casket, I think, so just got a Casket. Might table the Explorer. Yeah, Glutton is extremely good also. So like, we definitely took a worse card in that pack, but not worse by that much. So take Casket. Frolicking Familiar, a little otter action. We get a Gatekeeper, another Grotto, and not too much else. Gatekeeper's fine, honestly. You know, little removal, little big boom boom. Pretty weak pack. Second Grotto isn't great because like we don't really have much other fixing. This is very, very mana inefficient fixing. I don't want to draw 2 Grottos, honestly. Should take the Gatekeeper. Mr. wants to know the least amount of episodes from Bronze to Mythic. I believe 17 in Ikoria, I think. Howling Gale Fang's pretty cool. Don't have that much adventure stuff, though. Another Light Blades. We're not really a Curse the Werefox deck. We're only on the board kind of deck. So we have almost no 4-drops either. I like Gale Fang here. This card's fun. Light Blades are going super late. And this card does go late often because it's like not really... It's kind of a weird card. It's more of a defensive white card when white's more of an aggro color, so... Knightly Valor, Galvanic Giant, Beanstalk Worm, Into the Fey Court. I mean, casting Into the Fey Court is really hard. The Worm's not very good. It does fit fine in our deck, honestly, but it's not a great card. Galvanic Giant's also not a very good card, honestly. Just gonna take the Worm, be kind of unhappy about it. Knightly Valor's pretty good too, but I guess Valor's like... I'll take the Valor. We have targets for Valor. It costs 5 too. Ugh. I have a stinker pack here. Trail's fine, your slower decks, honestly, so just take a Trail. We're also almost there on playables too, so... Another stockpiling Celebrant, although we're kind of light on things to do with it still. I think the Spreading Seas is gone. Our fixing still isn't great either, honestly. Gavok's First Duel, Ground Seal. Yeah, pretty weak pack. Fey Court, kind of hard to cast. Not really a Gavok's First Duel deck. Take the Fey Court. Probably not going to play it, but... We were planning on getting some more fixing. It didn't really happen, unfortunately, but... The Cursed Courtier tables also. This card's fine. Alright, yeah, the fixing didn't really happen. Kind of a bummer, honestly, but we'll have to try and figure this one out. Sure. Celebrant is good with the... yeah, the Courtier is going to make our deck for sure, so... Light Blades, Casket, Trail, Brave... Another Grotto. Yeah, I don't think we're playing 2 grottos. We'll see on a trail. Sure. All right, a little bit of deck building to do here. I think our Charm Clothier might not make the deck. We'll see. Overall, decent deck, though, I think. Good amount of removal spells, good top end. Some decent card draw with the plans and the Beanstalk. I'm sure Beanstalk Worm. Really want to play that one. All right, so let's see what we got here. We got to do a little bit of deck building to do. This is the overlay. Draftsmith, download it for yourself. Use the link in chat or in the description. They sponsor me, and they are phenomenal. Tracks all your games untapped as well, which is pretty good. So let's take a look here and see. So blue cards. We have Hatching Plans, the Gutsy Explorer, Stopgap, the Click, and the Gatekeeper. Gatekeeper's like not great on a splash, honestly. It is good with the Gale Fang, but and then we got to cut. The Clothier is like fine. Kind of don't mind Beanstalk Worm here though. It plays well with the Gale Fang. 5/4 reach is like fine. This does give us an aura, which is kind of cool, but we don't really need that much more aura stuff, I don't think. Cut a Candy Trail for sure. Definitely playing 16 lands. Mana's not good enough to play 15. So gotta cut a 5. It's Clothier or Beanstalk Worm. We do have Tangle Span Lookout, so a little more value on the aura stuff. Witch Stalker, Beanstalk. I think the Witch Stalker is also like not necessarily a given. We have pretty good defensive stuff early. We don't really necessarily need the early blocker. If we were light on things to do on 2, I'd be more about it. I think we're going to play, like, probably just 1 island, maybe 2. 1 island, 1 Brave the Wilds, 1 Utopia Sprawl. Yeah, our fixing's not great, unfortunately. This thing does add good mana. We have a lot of 5-drops, so it's worth playing the Gutsy Explorer. I think Stopgap's worth it, too. Yeah, let's cut a 5. We're going to cut Beanstalk Worm or Charmed Clothier. Probably that's close. Let's do our mana base. So let's go. We're playing 1 Grotto. I don't think we're playing both. Because Grotto is pretty awkward. You draw 2 of them or whatever, and you need to have your main colors first. And we're not like necessarily great at getting our main colors. Plains. Is 1 island enough? It's tough. Brave the Wild, Sprawl. Yeah, I think Clothier is the card that goes. I think I just want the bigger creature, so. And then do we want 1 island or 2? I think this is fine. It's only 7 forests for Sprawl, which is kind of light, honestly. We really could have used an Evolving Wilds or 2. Just didn't really see any. I'm a little sad we're not playing the Gatekeeper either. I can't really go more heavy blue because like we got to play the double white here. Or definitely green. So I think this is us. Yeah, I would say that the Gatekeeper and then maybe some of these. I think the 1 trail is fine. A little life gain, honestly. Yeah, and the worm, the ramp part of the worm is kind of bad, but we have the Gelfling. Yeah, this is it. This is our deck. All right, so that's our deck. Episode 12 of Bronze to Mythic. Time it is, folks. It's prediction time. Time to place your bets. What do you think? 7 wins. Yay or nay? Place your bets. UG, folks, take a second, pause the video. Scroll to the comment. Believer or non-believer. What do you think? 7 wins. Yay or nay? And then Twitch, folks, place your bets. Make sure you like the video along the way, too. Helps out a ton on the channel. Helps out so much. Take a half second, like the video, support the channel. Let's rock and roll. All right, rock and roll. We got some non-believers out there. Non-believers. Yeah. Chat coming out at me. Hands great. Keep. Candy Trail. We got our Sprawl. We got our colors. Stockpiling Celebrant. Top. Nobody tops.
Inconceivable!
Get out of here. We actually draw an island too. Wow. Should have named white here. Might just bounce it anyway, so. Little dual land action. Red-black Candy Trail. A little weird. And main phase giant. Alright, drawing land there. Not what we were looking for at all. We might just fire off Eldraine here and just try and scry into something big, because we are drawing a lot of lands now. Run around our lands, definitely not what we were excited about. We celebrate and just bounce to Sprawl. And get Scry 2. Try and make some good plays over our next few turns. I kind of like that. Alright, not the most exciting, but 2 mana 3/2 is not too bad, so. We have the Iron Crag and Sir Armont. We're also going to top. That's right. Top. Sir Armont also really good with the Witch Doctor. We put the aura on it and it can attack. It's kind of cool. So they play an 0/4, and we're gonna go land. It's funny if a Sprawl just like doesn't need to be cast again. Play a land. We're gonna attack and play Iron Crag Witch Doctor. Then we're gonna flip the Iron Crag too, just a sec as well. So attack. See how brave they are. No blocks. Love it. Playing around the pump spell thing, which there are many of. Here's our Witch Doctor, and just say go. So next turn we get to go land Sir Armont, put a roll here, pump it, flip the Iron Crag into equipment. Good stuff. Doing well for you, sub. Thanks so much. They're going to put a Wicked roll onto their Unruly Catapult. You got it. 1 Wicked Catapult. And play another Catapult. So they're a defensive Rakdos deck. Interesting. Alright, so we're going to go land. We're going to Sir Armont. Put the roll on... I guess we're going to put it on the Stockpiling Celebrant. Right? And then make a 5-power creature to get through, so... Monster roll.
Your power exceeds that of the Sorcerer Supreme.
I said monster roll.
See, I'm not a monster. I'm just ahead of the curve.
Alright, and then we're going to flip over the Iron Crag, turning it into Everflame Hero's Legacy. One of the cards... This is the card in Magic's history that most wanted to be a flip card. Because it's such a weird non-flip card. So, attack here, and isn't really a reason to attack here, I guess. Just attack for 5. 5's a nice chunk. So 5/4 trample coming in. We are a little flooded here. Now I get to put the Legacy on the Witch Doctor next turn, which is gas, so. Here's a Grabby Giant. Sure. 4/3. We draw Glass Casket. Not bad, actually. So we get to go land. Sprawl. We'll just name green. Then we're going to casket down the larger catapults and equip the Hero's Legacy onto the Sir Armont, I would think. Eat that. We take 1. Equip this thing to... If I put it on the Armont, it becomes a 7/7. It's almost like a must block. Probably block Giant here, block this here. If I put this on the Witch Doctor, it'll be a 6/6. They trade Giant for this and have chump block also. But if this dies, this shrinks, which is a little worse. Still pretty good, honestly, though. This thing does not give trample. It's just a Volshock Battle Gear for my boomers out there. It's actually better here. So, go to combat. Send it. I may have said Leroy during Worlds. I played Mono White Aggro Worlds. Again, full recaps are up on YouTube. Go watch them. I did a Bronze To Mythic recap of my drafts, and then a main recap of the full event on my main channel. 40th place and $9,000 is not too bad. Tried out a little bit better, obviously, but no end step ping.
Waka waka.
Come on now. What are you doing out there? Barrow Naughty. Conceited Witch. Alright. We draw a Stockpiling Celebrant. Doesn't really do much for us. Just gonna attack here. Their blocks aren't great. I should put the Iron Crag on this thing. So it has 7 power trampler. It doesn't actually matter except they have a wall, but either way their blocks suck here, so I'll like chump block this thing, double block this, we trade, just play a new one. So I actually should have double chump. Wow, alright. That's interesting. Any rats in this format? Alright, just gonna play this. Just gonna bounce the sprawl again. Not getting max value off these celebrants, but still fine. Keep the light blades. Recast this. Choose green. So there you go. 1 life, 3 attackers. Feeling pretty good. Sweet. Works for me. Alright, awesome.
Game. Blouses.
1 win from Platinum Tier 2, and a reminder that we are brought to you by...
Cool Stuff Inc. is proud to sponsor Jim Davis. We offer great deals on card games, tabletop RPGs, board games, and more. Get a free token featuring Jim Davis and take 5% off your next order if you use the code JIM5 at checkout. CoolStuffInc.com. Cool stuff in stock.
All right, rock and roll. We have the Sprawl Celebrant Nut Draw again. Try and figure that one out. All right, so Sprawl on blue. If I was green, I would die. So, I guess we're just gonna celebrate again. Just like 2 mana, 3/2 scry is like not the worst. Recasting the Sprawl is pretty easy. There we go. That's more like it. I'm gonna keep the Witchstalker again. It plays very well with the Sir Armand. Keep building that board. So next turn will be land, Sprawl, Witchstalker, Candy Trail. Ash, 100-yard dash. Go ahead, attack. Can't. No, you can't. Don't even try. All right, so land. We're gonna Sprawl. Rename blue. I guess we're gonna attack. They could celebrate next turn and make my block not possible. I think we're just fine racing here because we have this thing next turn. So, all right, then we're going to play Witchstalker, play Candy Trail. Lose a little scry value here. So we already won our top card, but oh wow. Sure, I'll keep both these. Top again. Can they celebrate? Here's the question. And they have to pre-combat celebrate. So we'll know about it as far as blocks go. Looks like they can. We got a royal roll.
Well, I am king.
Gonna get a 4/4 here. It's fine. And a vault. Great. So this card's actually a lot better than it looks, but needs to be played in a very controlling, bargaining deck, which is what not what my opponent's doing here. So very, very good for us. So now I just get to go land. We're gonna Redeemer. And we're just smash back for 1 million, which is great. Put the roll here. Get him for a bunch. And now we have Disenchant, Huge Creature, and Celebrant. And they can't even attack. Unless they use turn on the celebration. But if they do attack, they're not winning the race regardless. So looking pretty good here. I would say cut in on Sir Armand would be the worst case scenario, but we're still in pretty good shape regardless. Gonna loot with the vault. Vault does help celebration, obviously, but yeah, in an aggro deck, you're kind of wasting the mana. And a more like this card would have been fine in our deck, I think. Just like a way to like spend your mana, loot, fix your colors, ramp-ish kind of. Discarding another Besotted Knight. Make a treasure. Grand Ball Guest. Sure. A little celebration, eh?
Cool party.
No blocks. But now I just get to attack back for 1,000. So they have to chump block. So, like, I don't know how good that exchange was for them, honestly. But sure. We're going to send him a team. And they have to chump block or have a spell to cast off a treasure. Either way, very good for us. Then we're going to disenchant the Vault and play a Stockpiling Celebrant. Probably bounce Candy Trail. I have to assume they had a plan when they attacked, you know, so... Creature Origin Story. Ooh, that's fun. I want to really hit the tank here, jeez. Then this is a common problem I think players have, where when they attack last turn, everything that's happened since their attack last turn has been scripted, right? I was obviously going to move to combat and attack with everything, so their play should have been instantaneous, but they didn't think about it. And it's really, really important when you make your play for the turn, or your attack step or whatever, you've already thought about what the next turn looks like, and nothing has changed for me. You know, this attack was fairly obvious, so like, they should have already known what to do, you know, and thought about it. And it makes it clear that they didn't really think about it. So here's our attack. Might have a Torch Tower here, which is fine. Still good exchanges. They're Torch to the Celebrant, whatever. They have an Archon's Glory, sure. So this play is fine. They get to trade and gain some life. It helps the race for sure. So maybe that was the plan all along. It just took them a while to pull it off, but trade here. Put them to 1, back up to 5. They have a 4/4 attacker next turn. Just gonna stockpile and disenchant like we were planning on doing. Let's play this. Bounce the trail. We're gonna scry a Light Blades to the top, definitely. Land 6 isn't bad either, actually, so I like that. Let's do that. And we're going to disenchant the Vault. And now we have lethal on board again. They don't have lethal on their side. And we got an Elliot Dragon raid. What's up, Elliot Dragon? Hope you got home safe from Worlds. Welcome home, and welcome Raiders to Bronze To Mythic. My name is Jim Davis. Pro Magic player, full-time content creator. And I came into Worlds at 40th place, which is pretty cool. This can't attack anymore. That is true. I probably should have flipped the land, honestly, and drawn land next turn. But we'll see what they do here. They attack for 5. Will they take the Witch Stalker or not? They see, it's funny because like they know I topped. So they probably assume I put a land on top and I'm going to be able to cast this. They're probably going to kill Witch Stalker. Yeah, so that worked out well. A little bit of accidental goodness. This is a pretty good attack, honestly. Now we're at 5 and they're at 6. We have Light Blades to kill the Crasher next turn. Sacrificing probably the Sprawl, which is a little awkward, but play the Trail. Scry 2, land. We do want a land. No, we'll take the island though, because we have a... Let's do that. So we're going to sack Trail, draw, play land, attack with both. They trade. Light Blades this one, they attack us with it. We got a ways to go here. We're not fully there yet, but... Obviously, a true removal spell would want us to game here, but take this trade happily. And now we're going to draw off of the Trail. Gain some life. Play a land and say go. Plan to Light Blades the... I guess we're going to lose this thing, though. Maybe I should actually kept the land on top, too. A little sloppy. I should have kept the second land on top, too. Obviously, if I draw a spell next turn, I'm happy anyway, but we are losing the Sprawl, so... Pony says, hey, Jim, nice watching you last weekend. I knew about your stellar streamer talents, not your invitation to Worlds. Definitely a surprise. Awesome, my friend. Thanks for cheering me on. I appreciate that. Worlds is a lot of fun. All right, we're going to bargain here. Freaking soundboard.
I come to bargain.
Get rid of this.
Get off my plane.
And now you have lethal on the board. They cast a 3/3. We trade. We still have this thing. So here's your knight. Oh, up the beanstalk. I missed the origin story, sir. So my bad. Aloysius was kind of an odd dwarf. She didn't really like the shinier things in life, gold and trinkets. What Aloysius loved was food. And Aloysius would always be at every party possible, taking as much food as possible at all times. Aloysius into the red zone after I play this card. Draw Beanstalk. That's a good draw. Attack, trade here, play this thing. Happy to trade, but we'll always tapped out. Just play this thing, so now we're just empty board, 8-2, big thing in the waiting in the wings. Good creature in blood. Next turn we cast this whether we land or not. We're gonna play a Naked Witch's Mark, discarding a land, sure. Look, you just gotta eat sometimes, right? We're all hungry. Nothing wrong with that. Can't eat gold. Thinks you can, but did I prefer Worlds being a PT style structure versus a small structure before? I enjoyed the smaller Worlds last year, but I wouldn't have qualified for Worlds this year if it was a smaller Worlds. So, you know, yeah, a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B, but all right, let's cast our Vanguard. Draw a card off Beanstalk. Land or spell is good here, honestly. Sure. Healbang's great. This thing can't be chump blocked, and it's freaking huge, so...
You're a monster!
There we go. All right.
After it was all over,
Rocking and rolling.
he took us in the house to serve us pancake.
Hopefully we'll be hearing a lot of that going forward, because we have a lot of work to do. All right, we're going to keep... not a great hand, but fine. We can't just cast as a 3-drop if we have to, you know? So... Doctor poops a lot. Oh, Doctor. Doctor, give me the news. I got a bad case of poop into... That's sick, yeah. Everybody poops, it's true. Blue, red. Okay. Hand is a little unexciting, but we got an Ice Wrought Sentry. All right, let's cast our Celebrant. Make them forced to tap it if they're going to do something, so... Right, so obviously we can just cast it for 4 next turn at the end of the world. They didn't go to 8 years of poop school to be called Mister. No taps, snap block. They have a trick probably, don't care. This is a super low value card, so let's see your trick. Sure. Totally fine. Now they're way off a tempo. I get to bounce their thing next turn and have all the time in the world to do whatever I want. So, an easy spot where you want to block into your opponent's trick. Oh, wow, that makes it even better for us to put Witch's Mark too. Sick. It's not about not getting got. It's about making the best play for the game. So, we're going to stopgap, bounce this thing, and I get the little value of the roll too.
My boy's wicked smart.
And then next turn, to place. I don't want to play this without making a roll. We'll see what we draw. That card's good. Johan, Apprentice Sorcerer. Draw land. Shit. Oh, man. I don't want to play this Sir Armont without we getting a treasure, a thingy off of it, but we kind of have to, honestly. We can't do nothing this turn. Then I can Nightly Valve return after and just go big, or play the Vanguard as big also, so... Kind of sucks, honestly, to play this without get the trigger for it, but it is. Can't play nothing here. Gotta play something. Just a 4/4. Able to absorb any useful info about this intermittent worlds. What do I know? Is there a 3-color deck? Not sure what they're up to exactly. Our hand is not great. We have 8 lands, so it's a lot, but... Yes, we consider Golgari. Reed, unsurprisingly, was on Golgari for a while, but just didn't think it was good enough. Alright, so they're going to say go. We draw Light Blades. They have 2 mana up, which I'm not thrilled about. We attack, they trade. Play Nightly Valor. This will be a 7/7. Vigilance, which is pretty good in this board, obviously. Otherwise, I can't attack if they have some sort of a trick. I don't think what they really have for this. Like Spell Stutter is really it. Yeah, I'm just going to cast Nightly Valor. I'll just do it. Don't blow me out, please. Alright, so I got a 7/7 and a 2/2. It's pretty good. Things to sack for Light Blades. Big Beefcake. Vanguard also. Sure, it's a big hit. It's a big one, right?
See, I'm not a monster.
Oh no, they have Virtue of Loyalty. All right, well, we have the Vanguard, so problem is that they get the first counter they get off, it's still really, really good. So Virtue of Loyalty makes 2/2 on the adventure side, and then every turn end step pumps your team. So those 3 counters are going to be huge here. Yeah, so we get to kill this, but it's kind of a slog, honestly. I guess we have the... Ooh, okay, never mind. Now I have a Wrath. But not playing this is super sketchy. Okay, so... Wow. Alright, what do we do here? What do we do here? Expel the Interlopers is comically good against Virtue of Loyalty. That's a pretty fun interaction where it keeps growing their stuff. But we're already like kind of okay on the board, right? We just attack with everything. If I attack with a 7/7, they probably double block. I use Light Blades to kill their double block and then just kill the Virtue, and we're like kind of just fine, I think. But then I'm not really using the Wrath. But I can always use it later too. So a little awkward with this card in a green deck, but I think it's where we're at. I'm just gonna attack. Attack with this. They were to play our big idiots, and then if they deal with them, well, this is great for us. Yeah, this is a really good block for us. So, all right, so we're gonna Light Blades. No bargain, just kill this. And then we kill this, which is their best creature by far, and now we're just like way ahead. So, get rid of this thingy.
Get off my plane.
Adventure action.
I'm going on an adventure.
Just say go, and now we have a 7/7 and a 6/7 ready to rock and roll. They got a full grip, but they're kind of behind on lands. They missed some land drops too. So. The bitterest of chills. Alright, so I'm going to chill out my thing. Attack for 3, sure. We draw another land. Alright, so now, what do we do? We cast our Vanguard. The thing is, if we don't cast the Vanguard, this card becomes face up. So, we just got to cast it. Just going to cast it, and just keep battling. Obviously, this card's a house, so... Instead, make some rats. Sure.
I call the big one Bitey.
Rats don't matter too much here. They pacifism. Oh, transmute. Sure. Alright then. Well, our rats looking better and better, I guess. So, I guess we're just going to keep playing and rat them. So, here's Trainee. Here's the Iron Crag. Cool. Wrath is well concealed. No play we've made so far this game looks like a Wrath, so it's good for us. We just say go. We'll double block this and try and draw out some more spells, and then we'll try to just bomb them soon enough. Subathon? I don't know. I would like to do a Subathon. I don't know, honestly. This travel takes a lot out of me, so gonna double block, see what you got. We've already used one of our Celebrants, so returning this... Return this one either, so they actually kept in play. So drawing a legend is good. Drawing basically any spell is good. Here's Sentry and Hearth. Oh, wow. We draw another land. All right, so we at least get to attack here, and then Wrath. So we're just gonna Wrath the board, I think. Also, they're tapped out for their Bitter Chill, so I'm just gonna kill everything, and they won't draw a card. The problem is we're gonna Wrath here, but they still have a bunch of cards in their hand too. So. Choose numbers between 0 and 10. A short creature power greater than or equal to a chosen number. So we'll choose 0. I guess we'll attack first. Sure. Alright. Choose 0. So everything dead. Everything goes away.
Yeah.
Who's in charge? Me or the devil? I think I'm in charge.
Not the best draw, Witch Stalker. They have 5 cards in their hand. Man, that's gross. They're splashing Virtue, too. That's also gross. Alright, draw a Legend, please. There's your Ice Rod. This card's really, really hits hard, so... Oh my god. Alright. Think we're dead here, folks. Think our 10 lands not gonna... Oh, we drew a Legend. Alright. Our 10 lands is not going to be helping us out too much here, but here is the Explorer. Now I get to make this into a thing and put it on this. Attack for 6. Which is pretty good, honestly. Then move it over to the Explorer. They can just tap it, but we have plenty of mana, so make them do it, I guess. Have a 4/6 and say go. They get to attack for 7 here. I think we're just dead. They didn't play a land for a while, so they just have all spells in their hand too. So I think they might have gotten us here. Oh, okay. Yep, that's they definitely have us here.
That's it. I'm going to clown college.
Sure. Good time. I'm a loss though. Didn't lose a rank. All right. Utopia Sprawl. This hand's great. This hand's awesome. Keep this. Drawing Sprawl a lot. Sprawl is like actually phenomenal. Like it looks like kind of like a whatever card. It's actually insane. Won a top tier green card in this format. Just so good. All right. So here's your Cursed Courtier.
The Frogut is also cursed.
Then next turn I get to stopgap and sack the roll and get it for 3, which is gas. Krusty asks, when and what do you decide to put on the etc. channel? I plan to do some more frequently. Just like whatever I want, whenever I want to. The whole point of that channel is it's not like a commercial channel. It's just like my own crap. So, ooh, wow. I mean, obviously a great target for Glass Casket. Then I can't do much else. I can also just play the Gutsy Explorer and just like chill for a turn. If I'm drawing a 6-drop next turn, I want to play this, you know, like, but I'm just gonna play this as I go. I'm not in a rush. Play this, I go. This thing loots too, which is kind of nice, so. Soul Ring with Suspend 1. That is a somewhat generous interpretation of what Utopia Sprawl is, but it is very good. That's a good draw. They say go with a bunch of cards in their hand. Kind of sketchy, but we're just going to stack the roll here. I think they might kill this in response. I guess they can't, right? So, this is part of the cost. Oh, we're going to casket. No, actually, we want to casket instead. Hold this for this. Never mind, I'm lying. So, I'll just play a casket. Hit this thing. They got something here. You know, Spider Sense going off, but great target for Glass Casket. And we're just going to play land, attack, and play Hatching Plants. Hatching Plants obviously is super awesome.
I'd buy that for $1.
Again, this is like the highest win rate blue non-rare in the whole format. So, Questing Druid. There you go. So question and answer. So the question was, what the hell are they doing? That's the answer. They have Shared Animosity and Two-Headed Hunter. So terrible whiff on the Druid because neither of his cards is relevant right now. I just want to like play the Druid and then play the twice the Rage on it. It's funny because stop-gapping to bounce the Druid isn't ideal, but we're still going to do it. Nope, you're just Skewer Slinger, sure. So, alright, so we're going to untap and draw Hamlet Glutton. Even freaking better.
Oh, it's Lightning Healing! Oh my god!
Tap this for mana. Leave up the blue. So we're going to play the Glutton and stack the plans and go from there. Alright, Light Blades, Trail, Stopgap, all awesome. It's funny because bouncing the Questing Druid like isn't great, but it makes them redo it, and like they don't have time to adventure it really either, so play lands. Let's play Candy Trail. We're doing it, folks. Oh man, just 2 stone bangers too. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Woo! Oh, let's go. Bargain, bounce this, sack this curse. Draw Beanstalk, attack. Just a Beanstalk beatdown here. Alright, gain some life. Woo! Oh boy, Hamlet Glutton. Coming to town. What a king.
It's a monster! Kill it!
6/6 trample, 3/3 lifelink, tons of gas. This thing's lined up too. This card is good, but in limited you gotta play it later usually, so. Definitely a big bounce back game for sure. You're tuning in, folks. This is Bronze to Mythic, the show where I draft my account for Bronze to Mythic. My name's Jim, pro Magic player, full-time content creator. And it's episode 12. And we are beating the crap out of our opponent right now. Up the beanstalk. Right? Yeah, let's go up the beanstalk. See what we draw. Draw land. We can't just cast this and draw a card, just kind of guess. Let's attack first, see how they block. And just like, probably cast Light Blades and just like draw a trail, honestly. So, thoughts on Cavern of Souls is going to be a standard Pioneer. It's going to be a big deal. My biggest fear is Cavern of Souls naming Phyrexian and casting Atraxa. That's my big fear, so. Alright, do this. Gonna do this and kill one of these. Looking pretty good here. Not gonna lie. I should attack with this guy, dude. Maybe whatever. Just draw this. Play this. Name Angel? Yeah, whatever. Sure, that works too. Alright, just say go. Game is over. Big sneaky sleeper for the set. I missed this one, my set review. Can't claim any good ones on that one, unfortunately. Ruby. Gonna play a genealogist. Yeah, little ward on Ruby, not so exciting. I have one glutton, right? Yeah. What's up there, friend? Yeah, Brandon Ely went down the beanstalk rabbit hole really, really hard for Worlds. Only Ely played the deck, but take the W. Let's go. Candy Trail. That sounds good. Turn 1 Candy Trail. Turn 2 Witch Stalker. Buy some time. Do like me a good defensive multicolor green deck. This deck ended up being a little more bandy than like multicolor green, but trails. He's just like, oh man, all perfect mana every time. Just keep both these. A lot of tops this draft. Waking the Trolls was gas. That card was awesome. So a lot of tops. Just gonna play our Cursed Courtier. Try and glutton away the curse.
You bear the mark. You are cursed.
What's up, Eagle? Vegas was a lot of fun. I did my full recap of Vegas earlier on stream. It's actually already up on YouTube. Boom, there it is. You can go watch it on YouTube right now. All right, check it out. Go over the whole event. Lots of fun, good stuff. Family was there. I went to the Steelers game because there were more Steelers fans there than Raiders fans. So. Cole got that one up fast. They're gonna disenchant my my Candy Trail. That's actually a pretty big game, honestly, because like now they traded half their card for my card, but they missed a land drop, which I killed them, I think. But all right, we have my hatching plans here. Now we're actually like flush with things to sacrifice for Glutton, but need to draw green, but looking pretty good overall. Play Scavenger for a food.
The Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man!
Play 3-2. Stockpiling Celebrants. We can Celebrant back the curse. That works. Trading our Cursed Courtier with this thing is pretty good, actually. So, and the Scry is huge too. So, bounce this. Bounce the roll. There's our Forest, and then I would say we don't want the Iron Crag with no Legends in sight. So, happily attack here. Offer a trade. Love it. Great trade for us. Gain some life, kill their wolf without it doing much. Next, we go land, glutton, draw 3. What is the worst named or laziest mechanic name ever? And why is it Megamorph? I agree, Megamorph's way up there. So they're going to play this thing in attack. It is haste and vigilance. It doesn't have death touch, though. It's a pretty bad attack, honestly. Like, maybe they're just thinking it's Questing Beast and it is the death touch, but like they're just trading this down on the stack. So, like, even though you can attack with the Galefang here, I don't think it's necessarily right. You know, like, they're just trading Galefang for a 3-2, which is great for us. It's awesome. We go land Glutton and just freaking do the thing again. Hatching plans. We draw Valor, Beanstalk. Oh my god, we're doing it. Woo! Woo! Oh boy. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, please. 5 mana, no board. They have their own Glutton. But I have up the Beanstalk, and I have Knightly Valor. I could just Valor here, but I want to get the Beanstalk value, so I'm just going to value. Just do this first. Up the Beanstalk. Draw Grotto. Sure, play Grotto. Scry bottom. Just say go. We have the click if they want to attack with it. Then we have Knightly Valor next turn, draw a card, make it an 8/8, which is sick too, so. Here's the Vanguard, sure. 6/7. Alright, so we're going to Valor, leaving up a white. Pump this here. Don't necessarily want to attack. Wow, that's a lot of freaking farce. Alright, come on now. What's the deal here? A little floody. If I attack here, if I just trade the Vanguard for Glutton, which is not really like a great exchange for us. But then if they attack me back, then I get to third buy and click this on their turn, which on our turn, which is kind of cool too. So we don't really have a way to break up their double block, and they are tapped out. I'm going to offer the trade now. Not the greatest trade. We have a value engine in play. We have a removal spell. I think this is pretty good for us overall. So block like this. Think that this is that's just an evaluation of like what the game state looks like, and you know, do I want to trade resources here? I think it's fine, and this also probably induces them to attack with a 6/6, so I can kill it, which is great. Then I can play the flyer, which is also great. Then I have card draw here also, so all my big things draw more cards. So they're gonna get an island. Wow, lots of colors here. This card's good too. The Archivist gets bigger for an artifact and then draws off enchantments, so no blocks here. Pretty good play, honestly. We draw Beanstalk Worm. Up the Beanstalk. Alright, so let's go. I'm gonna kill this 3 and 5. Let's cast Beanstalk Worm first. See what we draw. So leaving up one of each color. Just go draw a card up Beanstalk. We draw Kellen's Light Blades. Kind of gas. Did I kill this now? I think though. Actually, let's attack. Let's attack and try to see if they block or not. Go to combat. Attack at both. Would love a block here, obviously, because I have Light Blades. No blocks. Great. And then we'll just kill this right now while they're tapped out, so they can't have like not dead after all or some weird card. Just like kill it now. I'm gonna kill it when they attack anyway. The only upside would be double blocking and drawing out a pump spell, which might actually have been better, honestly. I don't. Aside from oh wow, double Glutton. Aside from not already dead, I can't think of much that actually punishes us there, but whatever. So we're in great shape. Play land, play a Redeemer, draw off Beanstalk, put the monster roll in the worm.
You're a monster!
Making this into a 7-power creature with trample. Then we're gonna kill this thing too. Yeah, this is all gas, so attack with this and this. We'll just sack the knight, I think. Could sack the Beanstalk, honestly, but the knight's not really that relevant right now, honestly, so I'm gonna bargain this bad boy. Kill this. Let's see how I'm here. I only have 2 more 5s in my deck. I'm gonna sack the Beanstalk. Yeah, we have the Wrath, which I don't want to cast right now anyway, and the Vanguard, which is a good draw regardless, and then no other 5s. Yeah, I'm gonna sack the Beanstalk. Did its job. Kill that. This is an attack for 10, because the trample damage will go over, because we killed the blocker. We have a flyer in our hand. Looking pretty good here. That's why Beanstalk is so good, too, because, like, he played it, drew 3 cards off of it, and sacked it to a bargain. A third Hamlet Glutton?
Inconceivable!
Damn. Alright, fine. We draw a Galefang. If I were to play this and attack with everything, they could block a 4/4, They have to block. Yeah, they're just dead, I think. Just send it. You figure it out. Three Hamlet Gluttons is a plan. You know? Definitely a plan. What are your blocks, my friend? They could like, oh, they're just dead. I don't think they have any outs here, honestly, because the Beanstalk Worm has tramples, so. I think if they survive, we just play a flyer too, so. Is there a thing as too many Hamlet Gluttons? Not really. I would say maybe like 4 or 5, like, might be the limit, but. Yeah, you're just dead. Just dead.
Game.
That's what's up. That's cool. Alright. Hand's good. We can keep this. Get an island. Play an extra land. Oh boy. Oh, we drew a land. Drawing land sucks there, honestly, but sure. Let's play island. Up Beanstalk. Grotto. Bottom forest. Alright. A few too many lands, but... Third Beanstalk also, man. Just beans. Beans for days. Now we have a Naked Celebrant. I'm not going to cast a Naked Celebrant here. I think this game's going to go a little long, and I want to just chill. So, I'm going to keep my value. That's not good. Alright. Now I like don't even want to bounce their 5-drop either. That's really awkward. Alright, so play Beanstalk Worm. We're in trouble. Because they have Beanstalk and a Beanstalk Worm, and we just have a bunch of lands. So if we bounce this, we get to cast again, draw another card. It's very bad for us. We draw Wrath. Alright. We're gonna bounce it. We'll use the Wrath to try and get in. I'm already qualified for the next 2 Pro Tours. Nothing in the world's qualified me for anything, so this sucks, but not thrilled about this, but is what it is. I could always like bounce back the Worm and then like Wrath, which is like kind of silly, but thanks, Krusty. Appreciate it. First. Huh. Trading Worms is pretty bad, but obviously if we want to use the Wrath, we need to like do that. We could, if we stockpile the Worm back to our hand and just don't play it, it's like super obvious we have a Wrath too. We kind of want to save Celebrant for the curse on Courtier. Next PT's in February. It's in Chicago. This thing curses itself, not anything. Alright. I'm going to bounce the Worm. And I'm just going to see how smart our opponent is, basically, so they can figure it out. Bounce this. We have Sprawl and a Witch Stalker. Those are both pretty bad, honestly. We get to go. And we're going to play an extra land and cast the cursed thing. Any chance of a UK PT or Big Bounty event in the future? I don't know. So, like, we kind of want them to cast, like, multiple big things. And once I don't cast the Worm next turn, it's very obvious I have a Wrath. If you're, like, paying attention kind of thing, you know? Return from the Wild. Man, they are really ramping it up here. And a Troll. Okay.
You're a monster.
Gonna kill my Cursed Courtier also. So once again, not casting this worm is just like announcing to the world that I have a wrath. I got like timeout bluff. How do I feel about a timeout bluff? I'm gonna time out. Let's do that. We're gonna timeout bluff. Should I let the turn timeout? It's the only way I can think of to make them not know that we have the wrath. I'm mean? Why am I mean? Just gonna chill. It's gonna chill. This is like the pen trick of Arena, basically. Unscrupulous. Why not Wrath now? Because we're so far behind, we need to do better. Tick tock, tick tock. Hook's afraid of a ticking clock. Think I overestimate plat players? I mean, like, there's literally nothing else it could be, right? I'm just white. I'm not playing my worm, and I have 100 mana in play. How do you use in paper? I mean, you can't. But like in paper, there's like other tricks, like the pen trick in paper, and so on and so forth. So. All right, let's see if it works. The pen trick is like if you want your opponent to attack you, you just like pick up your pen, and like you're just like in the rapport of the flow of a game, waiting for them to attack you, kind of thing. But all right, they attack. No block. Play a big creature. I should put the land. Actually, I was stupid. I couldn't. The bluff required not playing land, I guess. So turn the wilds again. Get another land. What a maniac. Please play a big creature. Damn it. Didn't work. Alright. Well, we're going to Wrath. Am I going to Wrath everything? Or am I going to let them keep their 1/1s? We drew a land too, so like I could have played the worm and the wrath. It sucks. All right, so we just like kill everything and hope they have nothing, I guess. Yeah, whatever. It is what it is. I guess I'll attack first. Probably double block regardless, but sure. Oh, play a trick. Oh, play a trick. No, that's a good trick. Never mind. That sucks. No, they play a fire and draw a card next turn. That sucks. All right, well, whatever. Play 0. Say go. This blocks that at least, but again, they're still repping their beanstalk really hard. Let's draw our own beanstalk, please. We do that. That'd be great. Ugh, that card's good too. Alright, only 2 cards left. I would say we have a chance to win now. Or land. Alright, gotta play this. Say go. Hope they have nothing. Like similar to ours, just like multicolor green stuff. Oh no. This card's busted. This card has a bajillion words on it. Basically, whenever you play a spell with Adventure or they play a spell from Adventure, they draw a card. And then you can also bounce stuff too. So, I'm not sure why they another worm. Yeah, we're just super dead. We're just being buried by the beanstalk here, and this card too now. So now if I play this, they draw another card. I'm just like dead anyway, but whatever. Yeah. Pretty gross card. It's very like hard to parse when you first read it, but this card's insane. But yeah, we unfortunately drew a lot of lands this game. It's kind of a bummer. We actually drew like we actually drew like 5 spells this game. That's sick. Alright, so draw another card. They've drawn 11 more cards in this game. I guess they actually thin the lands out too, but yeah, sure. Alright, there you go. Alright, yeah, I mean, tough game. They just had like 2 good red draw engines to our 0, so it is what it is. Check this out real fast while we're waiting for our next match. I got my my second draft at Worlds. Drafted an Unnatural Growth and a Hammerglutton. They're both foil, and they are like pretty curled. So the judge had a proxy for me. He proxied me up. These are official Pro Tour proxies, written by one of the judges at Worlds. I played these in my deck. You know, I'll do a giveaway for these. If folks like a giveaway for these, this would be a cool item to give away. What do you think? Do a little Bronze Mythic giveaway? Let me know what you think in the comments in the chat. All right, pretty cool, right? Official Pro Tour proxies. So the foil Tarmogoyf incident was Pascal Maynard, top 8 of a GP, Modern Masters GP. He's playing red-white. Pack 3, he opens up a Burst Lightning, which is a good common for his deck, and a foil Tarmogoyf, which at the time was worth like $500. And like, you know, first prize of a GP is only like $3,000, something like that. So he thinks for a long time and just rare drafts the foil Tarmogoyf top 8 of a GP. And a lot of the old guard Magic pros were like, oh no, my pearls! And everyone got mad and stuff. All right, opponent mulligans to mulligans. We're going to mulligan also. Our hand's terrible. This hand is great. However, we're going to keep this. We're going to keep this and I guess dump the Beanstalk Worm. It's the worst card in our hand, so. And Burst Lightning was like a premier common for his deck. So he definitely, you know, I would say like maybe 5% equity damaged his chances of doing well in the tournament. You know. Still a debate that goes on to this day. What is going on here, opponent? We're both on 6. Our 6 is great, so. Yeah, a foil Goyf now is worth like $10 or whatever, so. Which is pretty funny.
Still a piece of garbage.
I mean, someone owns that foil Tarmogoyf. He sold it for like, I don't know, 10K for charity or something like that. Because someone wanted like the. It was such a story at the time. It was like the Tarmogoyf kind of thing. It was the only, you know, Pro Tour stamp foil Tarmogoyf ever or whatever. So. All right, so we're gonna keep. Both players keep 6. We're dumping our worm. It's the worm, right? Yeah, it's the worm. So we get the Candy Trail and Grotto to Scry for 1,000,000 times, which is pretty cool. It is part of Magic history now, you're right. That's a piece of Magic history. Mountain. Veteran. That's pretty good. Look how it took so long, right? It's pretty good. Alright, so we're going to play land, Candy Trail. Scry 2. Let me see. Plains. Alright, either plains. Next turn we can just like draw off Trail, and then next turn I'll play Cursed Courtier and just get set up for our monster roll. Hopefully not 2-drop here. I mean, they kept so slow. I can't imagine their hand's that good. Unless they got the 1-lander with a perfect curve and they just draw land, and kill us. But, man, something freaking, like, bit me yesterday or something. So yesterday, me and Nicole went to the Rangers Islanders game. It was our first date since the baby. Put on my jersey and my shirt on. Went out to the car and just, like, searing pain in my back. And, like, we couldn't figure out what it was or whatever. And, like, it's been itchy since. No idea. They're going to have Minecart, Daredevil, get in for 4. Damn, that's pretty good. I play Lance, go. Could have Grottoed maybe, but we're going to draw a card here too, so. Let's see what we draw. Gain 3, draw. This card's like pretty good in these like, kind of like slow. Oh my god. Alright, so perfect curves using our opponents. We got 1-drop on Godric on the play. There's a lot of removal in our deck, so. Yeah, like, I was thinking Spider Bite too, but like, I mean, my jersey's been in my closet forever, and like, nothing came out of the jersey. Like, I literally, like, we were outside getting in the car. I just like took out my jersey, took out my shirt. I was like, what the hell is going on? Like, and I just like couldn't find anything or see anything. So like, Very odd. Told Nicole I'm gonna have superpowers, but that never happened, unfortunately. So, all right. So hand is not great. We're gonna play Cursed Courtier. Could just block the veteran, honestly, and just gain a life. So Godrick's pretty busted. Lost of his card in Worlds. I like lost the first draft, and then round 2 my opponent was red green. Went turn 1 this card, turn 2 2-drop, turn 3 Garrick Saga, turn 4 sack a creature, get Godrick, attack, play Godrick on turn 4. Kind of similar to how good this draw is. Like, we're building up to Hamlet Glutton. I'm just gonna block here. Yeah, we'll just like play plans into Glutton and just try and stabilize. Gain a life here. We're at 11. We draw the Gutsy Explorer. That's pretty good too, actually. Let's grotto. Top card is Island. Do I want the Island? So I can play tap 3 for plans and then play a Guaranteed Glutton next turn. If I play the Gutsy Explorer, I actually have no good blocks anyway. And if I kill it, I just lose. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to bottom this, play Hatching Plans, and we're just going to be all in on this Hamlet Glutton, I think. So they go. We're taking a ton this turn, but card's busted. It sucks like we have like Glass Casket, Double Kelvin, Light Blades. We have plenty of ways to kill it in our deck. We just haven't drawn any of them, unfortunately. And we're probably going to get sauced here. Just like take 7, go to 4, play Glutton, go to 7, but just die next turn on board. We're actually set on board next turn. So it's probably Wrath or Bust, actually. So good thing we bottomed, but yeah, so now we're at 4. We go to 7 and we draw Light Blades. Great. Okay. I play Glutton, I go to 7. And then I block the Scavenger and take 7 and die. So I guess I have to play the Gutsy. I can't play Explorer and Light Blades. Do I have to Light Blades into another Light Blades? Is that my only out? Let's take a look at our deck. Or click. Okay. So we need to say go. And then we need to sack the plans, Light Blades, kill probably Godrick, and then actually I'm sorry, it's probably the Scavenger. And we need to draw another Light Blades or the kill a tap creature thing. And that is probably our best chance to win. So we're going to do that. Because we're playing Glutton, we're dead on board. So, alright. That's our out. Let's say go. We have 3 looks at it. We have 3 looks at 2 outs. Which is not that bad, honestly. Wow, they're going in. Play the veteran. Alright, so we're going to Light Blades. They sack this food. Yeah. Alright, so Light Blades. Bargain. Target this. Sack this. They can sack the veteran to get whatever this is. Oh yeah, so we're just dead now. Because now this gives them the extra celebration trigger. Right. So we're actually just dead. But it'll screw up. Thanks, Michael. Hatching Plans is great, yeah. I used to play a Storm deck in Standard when this card was legal. Hatching Plans and Claws of Gix Storm deck with Grape Shot and stuff. Alright, they got us. Kind of shitty, honestly. I mean, we both mulligan in their hand, which is phenomenally good. Why did they sack the food? Anyway. Kind of a bummer, honestly. I feel like our deck was like pretty fine. And not best results, unfortunately. What's our overall count now? Kind of a stinky loss. That was a really good draw. So you went, what, 4-3? Yeah, I mean, that's not ideal. Definitely not the... Not what I think his deck could do a little better than that, honestly, but that's fine, I guess. Take a look at untapped.gg, look at our stats like we always do. We can see here, 4-3. I mean, our mana could have been a little bit better. That wasn't really the issue, though. We lost to Flooding really bad. We lost to opponent having Beanstalk and the blue rare. we lost to a really, really good red-green draw. Which are all, I guess, reasonable things. Although it does suck that, like, we do have double Light Blade Casket. So, like, in theory, we should line up pretty well against that red-green deck, but it's only one game, so it kind of is what it is. Would have loved a second Glutton. Like, it's not often you're casting Glutton on turn 5, and it's not going to stabilize the board for you. Like, you know, we were casting Glutton dead on board on turn 5, which is a pretty rare thing to happen, I guess. But our solid bunch could be a little bit better, I think. Never drew Lookout, I guess, which is fine. Deck was pretty good. I don't think his deck's terrible. But yeah, is it is, I guess. 4 and 3. Episode 12 in the books. YouTube folks, love you. Like, comment, subscribe. You're all great.